Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we make custom Lamacoid stickers. For this application here, it's an industrial application. Any other material wouldn't sort of work for it, and the only thing we had left to choose from was Lamacoids. I generally have Lamacoids as the last choice, just because there's so many other variables and options that are possible for us to produce. But sometimes that's just the only one that works. So in this case here, it's a black on white. So what that means is the surface is black and the engraving is white. Now the reason why we do it this way instead of getting white on black is because it's a lot more cost effective to engrave just the white part instead of engraving everything except the white part. So that's why you have, different colors. Now in this case here, it's also double-sided tape on the back. So that means for this application here, they just take it off, they stick it on for their industrial process, and they're pretty much done with it. Now the nice thing is there's also two sizes, so it gives an idea of scale. So we could scale these pretty much infinitely large and small. The thickness of the material is roughly a 1/16 or 1.6 millimeters. And for the customer, they just need a whole bunch of these. And the nice thing about this is basically they're industrial stickers. So basically they have a machine, they put it on, and they're done with it. Another option that would have been possible would be actually anodized aluminum. The issue with that is the heat from the laser or the pressure from the water jet or the heat from the plasma or what have you is so hot that it starts to sort of remove the sticker or the double-sided tape on the back. So you end up with like an area with nothing, and then it's just slowly burned off. So it's a lot more trouble to take off, and if it gets bent, it's a lot harder to put straight. Well, in this case here, in Lamacoid, it's just dead easy. It's a cold process essentially. So there's no heat warping and other sort of issues that would happen. Let's say if we did it out of stainless steel. There are a lot of options when it comes to Lamacoids, far more than metal, such as anodized aluminum or stainless steel, or even titanium. The nice thing about Lamacoids is you have a far cleaner contrast. When you're etching stainless steel, it's sort of you're burning into the metal, but you're not really burning, you're sort of digging into it. And so you have shadows and that kind of stuff to deal with. With a Lamacoid, you have high contrast, so you have a black and a white, or red and a green, or what have you. Any sort of color combination that works great. With metal, you can't really do that with stainless steel. With anodized aluminum, you do have a little bit of control over the top surface color. So let's say you wanted it purple, but the result is always an off gray or an off white when you engrave into the anodized aluminum. So you don't have any color contrast that you want. So let's say for safety, you want a bright yellow Lamacoid and you want black writing, you can't do that with metal. I've also tried paint filling and it just doesn't work well with it. It's just not the right material for that application. The other nice thing about Lamacoids is they're very lightweight. So that means they can go onto a machine wherever you want it, and just with double-sided tape, and they stick and they stay there, which is wonderful. The other advantage is they don't conduct electricity or anything else like that. And although they're not incredibly durable compared to steel, in most applications where they're located is not essential. So they're great inside of control panels and those sort of things where they're not really exposed to a chemical environment, a lot of UV light and that kind of thing. So generally with metal, if you want something ultra durable, it's wonderful. But if you need something more specific, even little tags here that you stick on your machine, Lamacoids is definitely an option you want to consider, especially when it comes to making smaller volumes. Because with steel, you need certain volumes for it to make financial sense. So how do you go about getting us to make a whole bunch of these things for you? Just send us the design file. You can send us the DXF, PDF is generally the better one. And if there's fonts and stuff like that, outline the fonts and send them our way. You want to also include an X and Y dimension, because sometimes when we import files, the dimensions change. We have no idea. So what you want to do is just put like an X, so two dimensional lines, X, Y, and on that you just put the inch, either in inches or millimeters or whatever dimension that works for you. And from there we just confirm it, and then we go into production. You also want to give us an idea of the thickness that you want. We can get this stuff in a whole bunch of different thicknesses, also colors. So if you want to, blue on white or red on green or whatever, we could do that for you. We could also do camouflage. So whatever sort of options you want for a Lamacoid, contact me at CNCKing.com. We'll make it for you and ship it right to your door.